This is the manual hydraulic press. It works a lot like our other one, except with this one you have to crank it up and down instead of just being able to hit a button on an electric pump. First you have to insert the handle into the receiver. Make sure it goes all the way in. Then with each crank of the handle, the press bed will raise very, very little, about 1 millimeter with each crank. This is normal. If you haven't watched the video on how to use the disc cutting set yet, stop this video and go watch that one first. This one's specifically on how to use the manual hydraulic press along with the disc cutter rather than on how to use the disc cutter itself. In order to use the hydraulic press with the disc cutter, you'll need to install the fixture shown here into the press first. Start by inserting the bolts through the holes in the top plate of the press here. Then hold the fixture up underneath the top plate of the press and feel around for the first hole with the first bolt and get it started just using your fingers. Then line up the second bolt with the second hole and get that one started. Finger tighten the bolts and then use the hex wrench to finish tightening them up. You don't need to tighten them very much. Lay a Kevlar plate on top of the bottom plate of the press. Use the T-handle on the side of the press to let the bottom plate down until you can fit the punch underneath the fixture. Center it up, insert the handle, raise the press bed until the punch barely touches the fixture end. 1 or 2 more cranks and you should hear a pop as the punch drives through the metal. Several cranks more and you should hear a clink as your metal disc drops free of the die. A few more strokes and you should hear a tap as the punch drops free of the die. Once the punch drops free, stop cranking. Use the T-handle on the side of the press to drop the press bed down so that you can get your die and your disc out. Don't drop the press bed down any farther than you have to. Please make sure you put the dies back into the die set. Remove the handle and leave it on the counter next to the press.